And good morning. Welcome to our first Ask Me Anything of the fall semester. Today we're talking about career technical education, which is a huge initiative in the state of California right now, really across the nation, but the state of California has invested a lot in career education. Orange County specifically, very, very active. So I'm joined by two of our deans who have primary responsibilities in that area. Let me start with on my left.
Good morning. I'm Rebecca Gomez. I'm the interim dean for Health Sciences. The Health Science Division has nursing, mortuary science, psych tech, dental hygiene, dental assisting, health information technology. So welcome.
And hi, I'm Kathleen Reiland. I'm the interim dean of career technical education. We have auto technology, auto collision, air conditioning, refrigeration, hospitality, culinary, and aviation travel careers.
Okay, so I want to get straight to it. We've had some questions already come in as we've been promoting this. So let me start with, what programs have the highest salary prospects?
Yeah, so these are the ones we all want, right? But we have our healthcare, nursing, dental hygiene have high salaries over $100,000. Aviation, you can go anywhere from a starting salary of $32,000 up to $290,000. So it has a high top end on becoming a commercial pilot. We also have network architects, your MIS folks, and auto technology does really well also.
Thank you. And do you want to jump in on those, or when we?
Sure. The salary prospects. Again, they're not always entry level. You do have to have some experience, but over time, yes, you will enjoy a great salary. It's dental hygiene, mortuary science, health information technology. Those are really those that are high growth and high demand.
Great. So great second question here, which follows on that, and that is, which program has the most in-demand field?
Okay, again, we're going to see healthcare, hospitality, administrative services. We'll see some in the amusement and recreation just because of our proximity in Orange County here. Also, I think it's important to know that most of the students at Cypress do have jobs, get jobs, over 75%, and the wage gains can be up. The average median wage gain for our students is 57% increase after 1 year, so that's pretty strong.
And I know our time's limited this morning, but if folks want to check out the California State STARS program that talks about that kind of economic advancement, that information's on our website. Want to jump in on that one?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
We'll catch up.
All right. So our third question, this is very astute. Which program takes the least amount of time to complete?
Well, all of our health science programs have prerequisites. So once you complete those prerequisites, you can complete the dental assisting program in 1 year. The psych tech program you can complete in 3 semesters, and that's full time.
Okay.
We also have things that we call skills builders, which you can come in and do in 1 semester. So if you want to learn a particular skill, then you could come in and do that certificate and be able to get a job in that particular area.
Great, thank you. So I think this one's definitely for you. What's the difference between auto tech and auto collision?
Yes. So auto collision is where you're going to do body work, accident repair, that kind of thing. You can also do insurance claims. But auto technology, students can do general automotive, or they can do Toyota T10. So the opportunities are varied, but the wage gains are really strong for both areas, and the employment opportunities are very high as well.
And might this be a good time to just touch briefly on accreditation in those programs and the importance?
Right. So we do have certifications such as NATIF certification, so that if you're looking for a particular certificate to be able to work in a particular area, you can, also with the Toyota T10 program. So students do get their certifications. Some students do transfer and continue so that they can go into management and they make more earnings in those areas. But for the most part, the students start working really early.
Thank you. And definitely this one's for you. How do I get into the RN program? Is there a wait list?
Well, as I mentioned, there are prerequisites that must be completed prior to the application of any of our health science programs. If you go onto the health science webpage, you can look at some of our workshops, and I would encourage students that are interested in any of the health careers to attend our workshops, because they'll talk about the prerequisite, the classes that you need to take, and the future careers. The workshops are free, but you must register to assure that we have space and handouts for everyone. All the programs do have a wait list, but some students will defer when they're admitted, and so that does open up spaces for those on the wait list. So I would encourage you to hang tough and see what happens from the wait list.
Excellent, and good athletic skill there as well. So what are the benefits of going through a CTE program?
So the State Chancellor's Office has actually done some really interesting research in this area, and students that participate in a CTE program, after 5 years, they're typically making around $66,000 per year, whereas students who went through a general education program are making almost $30,000 less. So it does benefit students in job placement and in earnings.
Okay, and I know one of the things the state talks about is the path to prosperity.
Yes.
Through the CTE programs. Yeah. Did you want to jump in on the CTE, or did we cover it well?
We're good. I think
okay.
That's a good overview.
All right, so we're going to say hello to Mariana. Thank you for joining us, and hi, Christine. Thanks to our staff for submitting us questions live. So if you have a question, feel free to type it in. The next one's definitely for you. I am interested in dental hygiene. Can you tell me about that program, and how is it different from dental assisting?
Well, all of our programs enjoy very high passing rates for the state and the national boards. Cypress College has a dental clinic on site, so our dental assisting and dental hygiene students can learn how to take x-rays and work with patients. Two basic differences between dental hygiene and dental assisting is both can take x-rays, but dental assisting will work and learn the front office aspects of the dental office, and the dental hygiene students can do teeth cleaning under the guidance of a dentist. So those would be two basic differences between the two, but I think more than anything, one of the things that we see is students need to practice their small motor skills, because you are doing some delicate work, and good small motor skills does help you excel in this program.
Okay, thank you. Next question is, are there any creative options within career education?
Sure. So we started a new program. It's an unmanned aerial systems and vehicle program, but you could be in geographic information systems or in photography. You could combine those programs to come up with a skill that would actually be marketable and be able to do some photography, aerial mapping. So these are opportunities that are sort of evolving, and places that students can get a start in an emerging technology.
And I know a number of our photo students are taking up those opportunities. Great. I'm really good at math, but I don't want to be an engineer. What career options do I have, or what
Well, you still have to take math. You still have to be able to understand, especially if you're giving medications. So I think your math skills would certainly help. But if you're going to get into healthcare, you really do need to have some good customer service and patience, and in listening and good communication. So I would say if you're good at math, you can do almost anything in healthcare if you have those skills to help people.
And outside of health science?
I was talking to one of our instructors, Masood, the other day, and he was talking about this new program in electronics, and robotics and automation. So we've actually supported this project with some strong workforce funding. So they've been able to purchase some state-of-the-art equipment, and students will actually be able to do some manufacturing in robotics and some areas that would involve engineering and math, but not from I'm going to be a math major perspective.
Okay. I think we're going to come right back to you, and you've touched on it a little bit. I heard about your drone program. Can you tell me more about it?
Sure. So we have a basic drone and an advanced drone. So the basic drone is the place where you would come in and be able to get certified, your FAR certification 107, so that you could fly commercial drones under 55 pounds. Then you could advance and do the more advanced, but that's the entry level for that position, for that field.
Okay. Next question is, I've been in customer service and really enjoy it. I want to advance my career. What are my options? So I know you talked about how that plays into health science. Do you want to expand a little?
Well, I think customer service is a skill that translates into many different careers, but especially in health science. You do have to be able to communicate with patients, because most of the time when you're dealing with patients who are ill, or even family members, that's the worst time of their life when they're trying to deal with an illness. So having patience and compassion and good customer service skills definitely is a help in healthcare.
And maybe a good time to plug our baccalaureate degree, because I know a lot of folks who've gone into funeral services and mortuary science do so specifically because of the customer service experience from their personal experience.
So we have several programs that would benefit from customer service skills. In particular, our hospitality program, our aviation, airport, travel and tourism fields, and also in even automotive service, being able to do the servicing, working in those particular areas.
And we may have some areas too. I'm give a plug for my own field, maybe a little bit with marketing and management. I mean, an institution like ours really doesn't have any customer service, so it falls to a great many of us, whether it's being in a dean's role or being in a communication role. So they're great skills to build upon, and our CTE programs or career ed programs really can help with that. So our next question, I don't think I could be a nurse or a doctor. Don't sell yourself short. But the question continues, but I really want to be in the health field. Do you have any programs that would be good for me?
Absolutely. The Health Information Technology is a program that's on the business side of healthcare. HIT professionals are integral to the healthcare team. They manage data to assist direct patient care professionals to make appropriate decisions with timely and accurate data. They provide medical codes that describe patient diseases and procedures, which helps the facility and physicians obtain accurate reimbursement for their services. These are high-demand jobs with various specialties that one can pursue with this degree, such as privacy, security, coding management, and much more.
Okay.
I think you covered the health. But you could go into aviation, be a flight attendant, and help passengers on an airplane.
My next one is about flight. I thought you were anxious to jump in, so maybe. So how do people learn to fly in your aviation program? And I can say we have a brand new lab. I don't want to steal your thunder, but I sat in there and flew a little bit 2 days ago. It is awesome if you haven't had a chance to come over and check it out.
We're thrilled with our new flight simulator lab. It's beautiful, state-of-the-art flight simulators. And typically a private pilot would have to complete 60 to 65 hours to be able to actually complete their private pilot license, which you can get at 40 hours. So what happens with our flight simulators is that students get to practice so much so that they are able to reduce the amount of hours that they need to be able to pass that 40-hour benchmark. The other thing is we actually have a student that just broke a world record. He was the youngest person to fly across the continent, and we're really proud of him as well. So thank you.
Excellent, thank you. And Chan, thank you for the thumbs up. We appreciate you joining us and jumping in. If you have questions, please send them our way. I did want to ask just overall about career education. I'm sure we have folks who are listening saying, okay, what's the difference? Why do we single out, career education or career technical education from other programs? So, aside from the state focus, what is CE and why are we focusing on it?
So that's a great question. And typically, everything is career education if you think about it. But these are specific programs that usually have a certificate leading to a degree, and it's a concentrated major that you would participate in. And typically when you transfer, you're transferring into a higher division program where you might expand your skills in human resources or management or that kind of thing. But the actual skills builders would be happening here at the community college. We also have a new website. It's called careers.cypresscollege.edu. It's a great website because you can explore how long it's going to take me, how much is it going to cost, what my my earning potential is, and what's been happening in the programs currently. So again, that's careers.cypresscollege.edu. Thank you.
And you've both worked in CTE coded fields, so maybe if you wouldn't mind, describe your experience in those fields and how it led you here.
Well, I've had a long career in healthcare, long before I started teaching here full time. But I worked in hospitals, clinics. I worked for a national home health company. I was a longtime consultant. So my career has allowed me to do a lot of different things within the discipline. So I think that's the beauty of, and my background is health information. So that has led me to a lot of different opportunities. And I came here, I taught adjunct here for a number of years and then became a full-time faculty member before becoming the interim dean. But I think it's really important on our CTE programs that just to emphasize that with these specialized skills, people can get jobs and they can support their families and then perhaps go on to another degree to enhance their skills even further.
Kathleen?
So yeah, I started as a flight attendant, and then I went into training and management and became a supervisor of flight attendants, and then eventually led to my job as the director of customer service training for U.S. Airways, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And then I retired and came here to Cypress College. I love working here at Cypress College, so we have a really strong aviation and travel careers program as well that's been developed over the years. I think when you start your career, sometimes I went back to school to get my degrees. So I first, went to community college, then I went to CSU, then I went to a private university, and now I'm actually back in school again working on my educational doctorate, so is Rebecca actually. So we're still school junkies. Thanks.
And I guess if I boiled it down to one word, I mean, we're really talking about jobs and job skills. And while we're on it, everyone out there, whether you're watching live or watching on the rebroadcast, if you've seen our Future Built ads, please go ahead and hit the like button for us. That is part of the state campaign and our local campaign as well. So next question just came in. I'm interested in visual arts. What are my options? I don't know.
Great. This is another one of our strong workforce projects. We've been putting tons of money into our media arts design program with 3D printing. All kinds of our photography program has all kinds of new equipment as well. So the students have access to some of the best state-of-the-art equipment in their programs.
I don't know if you have our arts dean is not with us, so I'm doling out either way. Let's see, who are some of your biggest employers for Cypress College students? I don't know if you want to start with that or if you want to. Yeah.
Well, I can't say we have one biggest employer, but if you go to almost any healthcare facility in LA and Orange County, especially Orange County, you're going to find our Cypress grads, either in the rad tech department, sonography, health information, nursing. You're going to see them all. So yeah, ask when you go to the next hospital or whatever, ask about our Cypress grads, and I bet there'll be one there.
And it's not just when you're sick, when your vehicle's sick.
This is an opportunity for me to plug another program that we have. We have this new online job board. So some of our biggest employers will post jobs on that website. So it's CC Career Connect, available for our students to be able to go in and see jobs that are specific for Cypress College students. I would echo kind of what Rebecca said in that we have a variety of employers, but we are really the go-to school for several industries, including, the hospitality and travel industry, the automotive industry. They come to us frequently and are constantly recruiting from us. The aviation industry as well, since we're right center in the middle of 3 different airports here.
Well, we're sitting here in Gateway Plaza, and I'm looking just to my left at the bookstore, and I'm reading Kaiser and Service King and Acuthem and Marriott and Lexus and United. So our students really do go a lot of different places. Kaiser has big facilities near us. So our time is starting to wind down here. Dean's, I know you have a meeting to get to in just a little bit. I want to thank you both for joining us here today. I appreciate your time. I know you're running to do it. I want to thank the communications office staff, Marcy and Carrie and Anastasia, for setting this up and getting us going. I'm getting a grimace across from me behind the camera, but this is how we get the information out to you. And then just a final maybe shout out and plug for the website again.
careers.cypresscollege.edu. Come join us.
Really have a ton of great programs here. This is just the first of the semester. We will be doing some Ask Me Anythings live, so be thinking about your questions. Appreciate your audience participations and thumbs ups and likes, and thank you for joining us at Cypress College. We are here to share this journey with you. Hey, you can see the deans taking their time here. Each one of us is here to enhance your experience and to make sure you're successful. So I just want to close by saying thank you, and our saying here, Buen Cypress.